Hey there, everybody, this is Luke. This is my very first Instructables, and what I want to tackle is a little woodworking project. This is a dining chair, and I like Adirondack chairs a lot, but obviously they don't work for dining chairs very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Sketchbook to just mock up what the side view of a dining chair is going to look like. I'm not an artist by any means, so this isn't meant to be artistic. This is just for conceptual, and it's so I can store a digital image that I can leverage further on in my design process. So once I kind of get that side view laid out, you can see that back angle leg and the back member kind of have that Adirondack look and feel. That is the seat height you're looking at there. I'll just draw a real quick isometric view to get an idea of what this might look like and if this is going to kind of suit what I need it to suit. And the idea here is to get that Adirondack look and feel, but yet be in a dining chair. So once I get done sketching up my isometric view, what I can do then is add in a primary dimension, or a dimension that I really want to use to kind of control the rest of my geometry here. So I'm going to zoom in on this side view, and I'm going to add a dimension from the floor to the seat height of about 18 inches. And that's a typical seat height for a dining chair. And the other cool thing about adding that is it's now stored in this image. So whenever I leverage this in my design down the road, I don't have to go looking for a piece of paper. I'm doing this on my iPad. I'll just do a power button, primary button to do a screen capture. And now I'm going to use Autodesk ForceEffect to further analyze my chair design. So I'll bring in that image from my camera roll. And what I'm going to do is just sketch right on top of this side view. I'll change my units to be inches. And when I draw my very first member, all I want to do is make sure that it's 18 inches. And what that will do is scale the rest of everything that I'm drawing to that reference. So all I have to do now is just sketch. You'll see everything is relative to that 18 inches. And I'm really concerned about point E and point C. This is more than likely where this is going to fail. It's a non-traditional chair. I'll bond my joints or weld them. And the reason I'm concerned about them is when we add in our loads, that's probably where a lot of the force is going to be occurring. So when I add in my distributed load on my seat, I'll make this about 200 pounds. I'm now going to see that I have a reaction force at point E of almost 600 pounds, so 593 pound-inches of torque or twisting basically at that joint. And I want to make sure that I can reduce that in my design by just making some minor modifications. I can take this and save it as a report and share this with a friend or someone else that wants to take a look at this, so I can email this to them or I can print it out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to iterate my design. So I'm simply going to drag my geometry into a different location to attempt to reduce that moment on point E. So each time I'm doing this, my reaction forces are updating automatically. My moments when I check them have updated automatically. So you can see I'm already down to, like 550. I'll make some additional changes. I'll make the chair a little more narrow. And now whenever I go to check my reaction force, you'll see that I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of somewhere about 370, 367 pounds. And I want to reduce that even further. So again, just through slight iterations of my geometry, I can really reduce, and I'm almost going to cut it in half. I'm going to get down to about 315 pound-inches on that particular joint. So I almost cut it in half. I feel pretty good about this design. So I'm now going to save this up to Autodesk 360 and start my build.